नमस्ते स्वागत छ यहाँलाई ब्ल्याक एन्ड व्हाइटमा हामी जहिले पनि एउटै कुरा गर्ने गर्छौं जीवनमा म यो बन्छु त्यो बन्छु तर हामी के बन्छौं वास्तविक त्यो समयमा पुग्दा हामीलाई नै थाहा हुँदैन चाह त सबैको एउटै हुन्छ I want to be successful in life but is that only the most important thing in life? No, there is another thing, there is another word called satisfaction. If you are satisfied doing whatever you're doing in your life, that is what counts the most. But again, I have to say, look, I am what I am because my thoughts, my perception about life, and my being takes me to that destination. Namaste, Dina ji, swagat hai yहाँलाई Black and White ma.
Namaste, Vijaya. Thank you very much for having me today.
It's such a pleasure. We've been trying this for a long time.
I know. I was saying it's truly a privilege, and I'm really thrilled to be here and speaking with you today.
Qatarबाट, दोहाबाट कुरा सुरु भएको.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What are you doing now?
Here, right after the earthquake, I had other plans, of course, which got derailed, at least temporarily. I had planned a show of one of the most fantastic hidden treasures of Nepal. What I say, a diamond truly that we have not discovered. His name is Gyankar Bajracharya, a traditional Newar Pawa artist from Bhaktapur. I was doing a show with Bodhisattva Gallery, which is one of the premier galleries of contemporary, traditional art. Ani त्यो चाहिँ हामीले exhibition गर्ने भनेको थियौं, but with the earthquake, of course, that got derailed. But it also then was a calling because I've been teaching and studying the culture and art of Nepal. Ani अब यस्तो हाम्रो भूकम्प आएको बेलामा त I had to be back really for family, for my friends, and again to really think about how do we start rebuilding, you know, how do we start stabilizing.
That is the most important part.
Absolutely. How do we start stabilizing the structures that are still standing.
The heritage.
Absolutely. And so it's overwhelming, you know, when humanitarian needs त्यतिकै छ हाम्रो. Plus cultural heritage needs पनि त्यतिकै छ. So the past 2 months I've been really in the field with what I call the monuments men, हाम्रो, you know, Department of Archaeology ko, the people who are in the field.
But how do you preserve all those things? Now see, the monsoon is coming in. It's already here.
Yes.
The rain, mud, everything. How do you even preserve
Yeah. And I think you're absolutely right. That is, time is really the essence right here. Because the objects and the monuments that have collapsed are gone. But the ones that are still standing are on the verge of collapse. अनि हामीले त्यसलाई चाहिँ अहिले नै stabilize गरेर, and this is where we really need the marriage between the technical experts like the structural engineers and the artists and the architects and the cultural heritage experts to really say, you know, how do we prioritize?
Who's backing you up?
Who's backing me up? That's a really good question. I think, as you said, it's a calling of the heart. I'm not affiliated with any institution, but I've been very closely working with the Department of Archaeology and also UNESCO. And for the last 2 weeks, it was truly a privilege because I was involved in the training program with ICROM, which really comes to the rescue for first aid heritage disaster management.
Right.
So that was an amazing experience for me.
So you've learned from that too.
Absolutely, because you know we've been talking about the impending earthquake, but in terms of preparation,
they're not that serious.
We really had not really thought about it, especially in terms of cultural heritage. अब कसरी salvage गर्ने? You know, what is salvage?
But this had happened even in 90 सालको भित्र.
Right, right.
And why didn't Nepalese ever learn from that?
Yeah, and I think that's a very...
Some Rana ji had written a book immediately after the earthquake.
Yeah, Brahma Samsir.
Brahma Samsir, yes. I have that on my iPad.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Even Dharara pani totally broken. They re-erected that.
Yep.
हाम्रो दरबारहरू भयो, हाम्रो मन्दिरहरू पनि.
Yes,
it had gone down.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this is a really interesting point that you bring up because memory is very short.
STMM, short-term memory.
Short-term memory, absolutely. And so, you know, for example, Bhaktapur Darbar Square was literally demolished. I mean, in the sense that the 55 झ्याले दरबार पनि एकदमै extensive damage थियो. But there's no memory of that because, again, generationally, we don't remember how did we.
Now, what the new generation? You think the new generations will keep all these things in their mind and keep passing on to their younger generation?
Well, I think that is the critical point because
is it
again,
education?
It is absolutely education. It is also then keeping reminders of monuments that does not always have to be
what
completely
does it
rebuilt.
mean actually, all these monuments and heritage sites for you?
For me personally,
Yeah.
it is completely my identity. It is my identity as a
That's
Nepali.
because of your father?
It is certainly, you know, he's been an amazing and strong
I can't
influence
stay
in my
away
life.
from mentioning his name, although you have your own status quo.
Yes.
But we have to mention that you are the daughter of late Mr. Lane Singh Bangdel.
Yes, yes, thank you. You know,
Star.
It's really interesting because as a teenager, like every teenager, I was extremely embarrassed about this identity, which was my father, you know, larger than life, amazing figure. But, you know, my last name is Bangdel, which is actually Rai. So, you know, when I went to college, Padma Kanyama, I decided, no, I would change my name to Dina Rai because I didn't want anybody to associate me with my father, who was larger than life, as I said. And then, you know, as every teenager, you rebel. You know, I didn't want anything to do with the arts. You know, I decided, okay.
So you're the only daughter?
I'm the only daughter. So
I still remember instances and places like whenever you, Auntie, and Mr. Bangdel went, you were extremely close to your father.
yes,
You
absolutely.
would literally cling on to him.
Absolutely. No, I think, you know, we had a bond. We had a very close bond. And my earliest memories is really going with him to the different places all over Nepal, all over Kathmandu, nooks and crannies, not because I wanted to go, but because he wanted me to be there. The message now, now that I have my own children, is that, you know, sometimes you have to drag your kids to things that they don't want to do.
They don't want to do. You have to literally drag them.
Absolutely, but it really, I mean, this is really a gift that he gave me because, you know, after almost 25 years, I could remember that small nook and cranny in Patan, and the sculpture is still there. So the point is, I think we still upon our children the value of our heritage at a very early age. So language, culture, and arts is really who we are. And so I think that was
That's
the gift.
your identity.
Absolutely, and that was a gift that my father, you know, amazingly gave me. Sometimes dragged me to things that I didn't want to go, and I really appreciated that. So I think that's a type of message, you know, as a parent that I really want to share with others, to say, you know, sometimes even if your children don't want to do this,
make them do it.
Make them do it. You know, have them learn another language.
They might regret at that particular stage of time, but when they start realizing it, then they start thanking their parents.
Yes, yes. And
I do that quite often
yes,
to my daughters also.
Exactly. And especially Oiliko Jamanama, you know, especially with the diaspora community that are living outside. So language is our identity, and oftentimes our children, you know, hesitate to speak Nepali. They've sort of forgotten. I've, you know, met a few people who say, "Mali birsisage Nepali bolna." You know, you can't do that. You know, so you know.
Nepali kailin birsदैन.
Absolutely not. त्यसैले चाहिँ एकदमै important so that हाम्रो अब सम्पदाहरू with this context of the earthquake, about how do we rebuild, you know, and that's a very interesting question, and a question that I think we will need to be seen. I mean, do we rebuild it completely in only the old technology, or do we instill again new technology that
earthquake friendly technology?
Yes, but at the same time maintaining the traditional heritage, because I think that's the one thing that we have to remember.
It's very challenging also.
Hamro uniqueness comes from this idea that, you know, we have the type of know-how and craftsmanship that is not found anywhere literally in the world. So again, I think the marriage between technology, the technical experts, and the archaeological and the cultural heritage experts is very important for the rebuilding.
So you have to be very careful.
Absolutely.
We'll take a short break. We'll come back with Dina again with more information, but there's some special guest. She's going to join us with Dina. Stay back with Black and White. Welcome back to Black and White. I have with me on this set Dina Bangdel and Manu Bangdel. Welcome to Black and White. Namaste.
Thank you very much.
How do you feel?
Very well, thank you.
हजुर के गर्नुहुन्छ?
नानीहरूलाई हेर्छु, अब ट्रेनिङ पाएको मैले त्यो उसमा बच्चाहरूलाई हेर्नु पनि गर्नु, टिचिङ गर्नु हो कि अब सबै गर्छु.
And what is your favorite time? What is that you really like doing?
I like it because we have to really love them first, beginning to love.
Give them love.
Love, yes. Then give love. From love, you can gain so much from them, so much learning, either in English and Nepali both.
You love to read. My mother's an amazing reading.
What is the latest book that you're reading?
Oh, my husband's book. Have you seen?
No, I have not.
Sorry,
That's one. I wanted to talk to you about that literature part
yes,
also.
It's a wonderful book.
Muluk Bhaira.
Of course, he's an artist. He paints the color of the world, really. And he describes beautifully. Everyone is so attracted, even children. So much they like to copy. Yes, copy. I also copy them for them.
So when you want to share the book, ko naam Muluk Bhaira Ma.
Muluk Bhaira?
Muluk Bhaira.
Ma.
Have you seen?
I have not seen. I would definitely love to read that.
Oh yes, Muluk Bhaira Ma. That means my husband.
तपाईको मैले अलि कुरा गर्नु पर्दाखेरि first thing I want to ask, how old are you, if I may ask?
I am about
83.
83.
83?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Gorgeous as ever. तपाईको त्यो समयको कुरा गर्न चाहन्छु जुन समयमा नेपालमा केटा र केटी यसो हिँड्नु पनि अपराध हुन्थ्यो. अपराध हुन्थ्यो. तपाईहरुको त प्रेम विवाह. Oh my God.
How sweet. Really, thank you so much.
How could it be possible?
हजुरको अब लभको बारेमा कुरा गर्छु नि त
अब लभको बारेमा I met him in 1950.
1950, wow.
And I saw him. At the time, I think he was doing his senior work, you know?
in Calcutta.
Calcutta. And he did a lot of work. Then at the same time, I think he wanted to put all those things in the pictures. So he had gone for the special program.
That's where you met him.
Oh, I like it very much.
अनि कहाँ भेट्सेको त हजुरले again?
In London.
This is in London. What were you doing in London?
Oh, I was doing the same thing that I learned to
Nursing.
help the children.
Nursing.
Nursing, yes, because to look after them nicely, talk to them, not to tell them lies, yes, which is a very good thing, and also respect the seniors, and respect the juniors.
All the courtesies.
Yes, and all the animals.
That is what you are doing. But you met him in London, right?
Yes.
And then after that, what happened?
हजुरको love letters is what we really
Oh,
looked
love
at,
letters
yes.
are अहिलेसम्म म पढ्छु त्यो love letters. अहिलेसम्म.
How was it marrying Rai actually? How did
Oh,
it?
they were very upset. They were so upset.
Antarjatiya Vivaha.
Yes.
And the Bangdel.
Bangdel. Bogale Thapa Chetri Mata. Bogale Thapa.
Chetri, eh? And with Rai.
Aye. I of the Bogale थिए नि त हाम्रो त.
आमा र बुवाको असाध्यै प्यारो. हामीले पनि दिनालाई धेरै ठाउँमा देख्थ्यौं. She used to cling on to you, cling on to
Daddy.
Mr. Bangdel, हैन? And that was amazing scene.
Oh,
Pretty as ever. all is pretty.
I know, I know. And my 2 grandsons also, they're really, really good.
What do you want to do now at this stage? You're 83, you have lived your life to the fullest at this moment, you know, and you are still so actively involved in reading. You love arts.
Oh, I still want to continue till the end of the life.
You still want to?
Yes.
How does it feel being with such a wonderful mom?
It's an amazing.
Or when you're away, how do you feel?
You know, this is I think something that we all feel, because I would love to spend this precious time with mom, and we've been so fortunate that she's been living with us pretty much until we moved to Doha. So ani Doha ma gaeपछि चाहिँ too hot, and you know it doesn't have the same type of connections that we have with Nepal. So I said, Doha ma किन बस्ने? I'd love to just come here.
It's very close also.
It's very close, so it's but we miss her. But going back to your question again, she is such a great role model for all of us.
She is actually
amazing.
Look at that aura she carries.
Absolutely, and one of the most amazing parts of her is she's so positive. Everything is any big problem, she'll say it'll pass. Just get over it. And I think that sort of positive energy is what I feel has been the greatest gift for me. And
I can go on talking,
And I feel privileged to, have such a strong role model in my life.
I'll take a short break and I'll come back to you again. Stay back with Black and White. It's getting very interesting. स्वागत छ यहाँलाई फेरि पनि ब्ल्याक एन्ड व्हाइटमा मसँग हुनुहुन्छ बाङदेल मम बाङदेल डटर वेलकम ब्याक टु ब्ल्याक एन्ड व्हाइट
राइट
दोहामा के गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ तपाईँ
अहिले दोहामा चाहिँ I'm now shifted from the US. I'm the director of the art history program at Virginia Commonwealth University. So त्यहाँ पढाउँछु. So I head the department, which is a true privilege for me.
You are not into literature, are you?
I love literature, but I'm not into literature. I teach art and art history specifically.
Fine art.
Fine arts. And people often ask me, art history bhane ke ho bhanera, because I don't paint. So I critique art. I talk about the historical significance of art. I analyze it. And most interesting is I teach South Asian art. So Nepali, Indian, Asian, Chinese.
Nepal सरकारले तपाईलाई कतिको अप्रोच गरेछ, especially at this particular juncture of time?
Interesting question. In what way would you say?
अब यो त cultural heritage को कुरा आउँछ, all this demolished
yes.
buildings and all.
हजुर.
How do you take that?
अब approach गरेको भन्दा पनि I think I felt this was my obligation and my responsibility to offer my services at this point in time.
Have they received that?
I hope so, in the sense that I have been working at least, informally in my own sphere with the Department of Archaeology, with UNESCO, really to say, this is something that is my passion, my father's legacy as well. And it is a critical time for us. अब त्यो पुनरुत्थानलाई कसरी गर्ने, यो especially यो सांस्कृतिक सम्पदाहरूलाई.
गाह्रो छ तर असम्भव छैन.
It feels asambhav at times, but I think गर्न सकिन्छ. And the question is about how do you prioritize, के गर्ने, balance it. मिल्नु पर्यो, जुट्नु पर्यो, and again to say, how do we do it in terms of even the funding that comes in.
तपाईसँग कुरा गर्न चाहन्छु फेरि पनि. बाङदेल सरको सबैभन्दा मन परेको पेन्टिङ्स अथवा बुकको मैले कुरा गर्नु पर्दा कुन चाहिँ थियो?
सबभन्दा बढी मुलुक बाहिर म नै हो.
पेन्टिङको कुरा गर्दाखेरि
पेन्टिङ त सबै पेन्टिङहरू राम्रो छ हो.
It's hard. That's always a question
so many
people ask us.
A different time, different phase, different paintings.
Exactly.
हैन? प्यारिसमा हुँदाखेरि कस्तो छ समय?
एकदम बिजी टाइम.
In Paris.
Paris.
तर तपाईलाई दुःख भएन पेन्टिङ गर्ने मान्छे दुखी हुन्छ अरे? कमाउने स्रोत पनि त्यति राम्रो हुन्न कि एक त इस्टाब्लिश भएपछि मात्रै हुने. त्यतिखेर केही थिएन त्यस्तो?
थिएन.
So your life went smoothly.
No. So I'll tell you the secret. My mother's being very modest. Of course, my father didn't work. My mother was working. So very modestly, mommy says, no, of course, उहाँलाई त केही दुःख थिएन because she was sending him money.
Because that is exactly what I wanted to know, you know.
Yes.
किनभने कलाकारै हुन्छ, मुडमा हुन्छ, आफ्नो काम छैन. Somebody has to support.
Absolutely.
So you've been the lady behind the scene.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
My God, look at that aura. You smile and that smile brings that, I don't know.
Yeah, no, so this is the story that, you know, behind every great man is a woman.
नेपाली समाजमा विशेष गरेर अझै कुरा गर्ने भने महिलाहरूको भूमिका एकदम सक्रिय र अग्रस्थानमा हुन्छ. त्यो कहिले पनि देखाइँदैन. But I believe in women empowerment, and that's exactly what I've always taught my daughters also.
Thank you, because एकदमै critical. अहिले झन् यो with the भूकम्पको, you know, I've been to so many different places. And what I see is, you know, सबै नारीहरूले नि गरिरहेछ, महिलाहरूले नै, you know, heavy work. अनि unfortunately, के देख्छु भने with the men, तास खेलेको, क्यारम बोर्ड खेल्या, while the women are out there,
working,
you know, plowing the field, you know, demolishing, resettling. So I think this is a story, unfortunately, that has not changed, even with the Bhukampa.
समय भएको छ दायाँ हात र बायाँ हात मिलेर काम गर्ने. पुरुष स्त्री बराबर रूपमा काम गर्छ. स्त्रीहरूले मात्रै सम्पूर्ण काम गरेर पुरुषहरू तास खेलेर, जुवा खेलेर, रक्सी सेवन गरेर, धूम्रपान गरेर, मोज मस्ती गरेर हिँड्ने हो भनेलाई त्यस्ता पुरुषहरूलाई टाढैबाट लखाडिदिनुपर्छ. I'm saying that I'm a man, and I'm saying that strongly because black and white is being watched not only by a few little communities, it's watched by a big mass. And I would love if you go and help our women in Nepal come out of this particular situation after the earthquake. That's what I do.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this is where I think I really need to give a big, you know, thank you and my gratitude to my husband, because I could not have done, you know, anything without his support.
Lovely person.
You know, amazing person. Absolutely. And, you know, this is, again, something that we really take for granted. Vivakar, my husband, because, you know, I'm out here in the field for 2 months. You know, he's sort of holding the fort, as we say. अनि त्यसैले मेरो श्रीमानलाई चाहिँ I'm you know in the sense typical Nepali husbandहरू, you know, we always assume that, you know, they're the ones, that we are the ones, the women are the ones who is always holding the fort. And just as a सानो aside, उहाँले चाहिँ he's given me a bad reputation in that हाम्रो साथीहरूले चाहिँ म पकाउनै आउँदैन भनेर they feel, because he's an amazing cook, हैन. So साथीहरू हुँदा पनि ए विवाकरजीले पकाउनु भएको है, अब डिना डजन्ट नो हाउ टु कुक भन्ने पनि कुरा पनि आइसकेको छ. हाम्रो पनि अन्तर्जातीय बिहे भएको थियो. अनि अब मुवाको टाइममा पनि कति गाह्रो,
अथवा त इन्टरनेशनल हुनु है,
कहाँ इन्टरनेशनल, तर पनि त हाम्रो जमाना पनि एकदमै गाह्रो थियो नि. त्यही त
अब तपाईको छोराहरूले पनि अन्तर्जातीयलाई पनि तपाईलाई नो प्रब्लम.
वेल नो प्रब्लम. तर यु नो द इन्ट्रेस्टिङ थिङ इज मेरो इनलजहरू पनि अन्तर्जातीय बिहे हो. अन्तर्जातीय मतलब डिफरेन्ट कास्ट. And my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, 2 different castes.
I would love to talk to you so much, you know, but the time is such a thing that I cannot say. Well, stop. Perhaps in coming days we'll talk more on black and white. Such a pleasure having you on Black and White. You know, thank you so much. Thank you. And Mom, thank you so much for being on Black and White.
Thank you.
Keep blessing all of us. Nepal needs your blessing.
Oh yes, you're great. So we need many great person like you.
Oh my God, that is
like
that's
like
the best
daughter.
compliment that I can ever receive. Don't make me cry now on Black and White. Zana, you know, it's amazing when I get compliments like this. It's kind of, I don't know, it touches me sometimes and the compliment actually really comes from the heart, the soul. But again, I'm not here to receive compliments. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do on Black and White. We always make sure that we bring in positive wave, positive thought process, positive ideas, because the way we all are moving in our country is pretty pathetic, because we are not looking beyond anything. We are just looking right in front of us and we are analyzing, we are criticizing it as if we are part of it, which is wrong. Understand there's life beyond what you do also. Understand there is moment that has to be within yourself after this moment also. So if you can only understand that, the value of art, value of heritage, value of being, and value of life is, it just comes to you. That's why we are so particular about mentioning the word cultural heritage, art, and life. They are the identities of our livelihood, our caste, our tribe, ourselves, us as the human beings of this universe. So help us, help people like Dina be here with us so we can protect our heritages. So until next week, do stay back with Black and White, because I'm going to come back with a lot of positive thoughts, positive people like them, positive ideas, and positive shows every week for you. Until then, namaste, charu, and good night.